Welcome everybody to episode 240. What to watch of the Dumb podcast, the best wrestling podcast in all the land. And not only are we the best four-man in the booth, but we are the best faction in the ring. Gentlemen, how are you on this nice, crispy fall May?
Yeah,
That's a pretty good match in the ring, man.
is it Memorial Day weekend or Labor Day weekend? What the hell's going on right now? It's 40 degrees. It's cold as shit.
I'm loving
Doesn't
it.
know what it wants to do. Yes, yeah, Donald's happy about this.
I'm loving it.
Bro, it's rained so much. My grass is 7 feet tall. My lawnmower is broke. I ain't get a chance to get it to the repair shop. I called my landscaper and say, "Yo, can you come cut my lawn before the holiday just so it's done?" He said, "Yeah, hasn't been able to get here because of the rain." It's just like, man, like I'm over it. It's ridiculous. Yeah,
It's gonna be like Jumanji over there.
Bro, you have no idea, right?
It's gonna be a Call of Duty map soon.
Yeah, for real. I went out trying to clean up the yard this morning and moving furniture, patio furniture around and stuff, just in case he does come. And took me like 45 minutes just to clean up all the dog crap. Because I couldn't see nothing. Right there, need like a metal detector to find it.
Get a machete and just get that exercise going.
About to be like Jason, just fire up the weed whacker and just weed whack my whole backyard.
Wonder how long that would take.
Forever.
Forever. The weed whacker might break.
Bro, it takes me 3.5 hours just to do my yard on a regular day. Like, yeah, I'm over it. Like,
mm-hmm. Wow. So we have a fun and interesting day on the show.
Jam-packed.
Yeah, very jam-packed with predictions. So with that, we have 3 shows to predict. There will be no game today because of all the predictions. We do have an intro topic, and we will go through Mount Rushmore and Mushes. And if they are Mount Rushmore and Mushes within, the predictions, just do them there. We have so many. So let's get started with the intro topic. Intro topic was a big topic this whole week. WrestleMania.
Jason, you're on the show. What are you doing?
There goes clip already.
Oh, wait. We'll answer that question whenever worlds collide next week, DJ.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
You better put him on.
2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, I got to get a Hoovie on speed dial to come out in the John Deere.
Damn, DJ's coming with the tie quotes this morning.
He set his alarm clock.
Yes,
normally, DJ rolls in around like 11:45. Like, I just woke up, missed the show, bro. Like, no, he set that alarm clock. Get up and at him. Maybe we here early today.
He did the Ric Flair party all night. Just like, I'm here.
You just staying up.
Going. Woo!
All right, so intro topic. Big discussion this week. Don't know what's going on, but WrestleMania being moved out of New Orleans. So, what are your thoughts on that? Is it crazy how they announced New Orleans and then all of a sudden, nah, it's not anymore? Been hearing a lot of rumors about it, saying that New Orleans want a package deal with a couple pay-per-view events. WWE saying no, them getting outbidded by other cities. What's going on?
Right down there at the bottom.
Allegedly that TKO is getting tax breaks of like 5-10 million. Look, we brought this up. This was, I think, maybe around WrestleMania time or a little bit before, but I brought up and we talked about TKO wanting to make WWE, shifting things from an East Coast based headquartered ran family owned business to TKO in Las Vegas, right? Like, what does the UFC do? They run majority of their shows in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. It's the home base for them. So does it surprise me that they are essentially running WrestleMania back to back in Vegas? No, not with everything that Vegas has said that they want to do as far as hosting a major event year round, whether it's Super Bowl, Final Four, WrestleMania,
everything.
And, yeah, everything, right? Like, they're looking to try to get a major event once a quarter. So no, it doesn't shock me. Does it turn people off based on the fact that it's strictly a money grab and greed and announcements from Wade? I will say this: WWE is no more. So let's get out of the mindset of it's a McMahon family owned company that's based in Stamford, Connecticut. That no, just drop all that. Put it out of the lexicon. Get it out of your verbiage. They are a TKO entity, and TKO will run it how TKO wants to run it. Will that turn people off because they've done nothing but raise prices and talk about how much money they got? But based on the discussion this week, yes. But
I mean, for how expensive it was this year for WrestleMania, like you're asking people to do it back to back. Like, that's a lot of money,
and it's only going to go up.
Yeah,
every year it just goes up in price.
No, I don't mind you running back to back venues because SummerSlam did it in the Barclays for how long?
Yeah,
so and LA too.
Yeah, I don't mind them doing that, but the fact that you made an announcement, you had a tentative plan, and then scrapped it, that's the shitty part.
Yeah, I saw the other thing was that this is a sign that they're looking to do an international Mania.
That's what I was first said. They were not going to New Orleans.
And if you are plotting on this Mexico takeover, which is the other thing that came out this week on the back end of WrestleMania being moved, there's Mexico Arena down there. I don't know how they would run that based on the elevation and everything.
Yeah.
But we've seen NFL games be played there. You'd have, 100,000 plus people in that stadium. We'll see. But I don't know. It's just the days of having the days of going and taking your family to a WWE event are gone. It's all going to be executives, celebrities, like
the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. That vibes out. It's just it's like when the Pittsburgh Penguins moved into the new arena here in PPG. You went from having your blue collar workers being able to take a family of four to the Civic Arena to watch a Penguins game, and the environment was great and it was rowdy and enthusiastic and everything else, to corporate shills and boxes and people dead silent because it's not a hockey crowd.
Yes,
WrestleMania is going to start to turn into that, much like the Super Bowl, like you said. So, Taquan, going to Battleground. We might need Taquan to provide boots on the ground reporting there tomorrow.
Agreed.
Live from the show. It's a shitty move. They pulled it. Triple H is really sandbagging The Rock by doing stuff, right? Oh, let's send Dwayne out there to announce New Orleans. Psych. We're not running New Orleans. Oh, Dwayne, let's put you out there for Hell in a Cell or whatever freaking Elimination Chamber. Put you out there for Elimination Chamber to say that you're going to be at Mania. Nope, no, don't show up. Don't bother. He's sandbagging Dwayne.
And the two's pettiness just keep going on and on.
Yeah. And it was interesting that they're moving Money in the Bank next year to end of August. So that's a completely different feel for it next year whenever it happens.
And you're going to run 2-night SummerSlam and Money in the Bank in the same month?
In the same month.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Especially when Money in the Bank is the quote unquote,
Jason, do it again. All the
but not only but then you have Money in the Bank at the end of August, September. You have Royal Rumble right at the end of January, beginning of February.
It's almost like two gimmicks of the same.
You're running. So what? Are you going to shift SummerSlam to the beginning of summer and be the instead of the end of summer party, it's the beginning of summer party?
Yeah.
Apparently, they want to change everything up. Just wait, Todd. Just wait.
And people will watch.
Mm-hmm. So you have a WrestleMania regular, then you have a WrestleMania on the back end too. 2 WrestleManias.
It's time to change that gif of Vince Smith sniffing money.
I mean, just wait till they start making people pay for Saturday night's main events. Like, you know,
no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know this. What scares me about TKO is because you know they own the UFC, and the UFC had this ESPN Plus model where they got the rights to be on ESPN Plus, but you still had to pay for the pay-per-views. Occasionally we'll throw a free show out there, and that deal's up or coming up for UFC, so they're going to be open to negotiations. ESPN announced their own streaming service just called ESPN, right?
Yep.
Where I think it's going to be like $30 a month.
There's going to be 2 levels to that.
Yeah, what's going to stop? And this, I can see WWE doing this. Like, let's say ESPN does. Instead of the ABC game on Saturday night, Alabama versus Georgia, you have to pay an additional $7 or $10 to watch that game that week. So what's going to stop WWE from doing that?
They can do it.
Like, oh, hey, guess what? You now have to pay $14.99 to watch the Raw after Mania.
DLC.
Yeah, like they're just going to roll out DLC packs.
I mean, kind of like what they do with Peacock. You can get everything included with Peacock. You know, you get limited at this base, then you get everything included with commercials, then you get this one with no commercials. You know, streaming was supposed to cut the cord, and now it's more expensive than freaking cable.
Yeah.
And then what was it? Like TNA does it too. Like TNA has their TNA Plus, where you get TNA, and then you get like the monthly stuff, and then if you pay X amount, you get the events included in there. So
I can see them. You pay for WrestleMania, but you got to pay for the main event.
Yo, cutting the feed to WrestleMania at the second to last match is crazy.
No, you got to pay that $15.99 for that main event.
This is all the pre-show, the main event.
Time has expired.
Kind of like how UFC does the prelims on ESPN, but then you got to pay for the pay-per-view. Huh?
Yeah.
You're like Netflix. Are you still there?
Well, I mean, it'd be no different than AEW having a quote-unquote corrupt file that caused Collision to drop 30 minutes early on Thursday.
We down a
joke that was.
10-second countdown. You got to put a quarter in.
Yeah, it's like being on a payphone back in the day. Your call will end in 10 seconds. Please insert 35 more cents.
Please swipe that card.
Look, I just think you really need to get out of the mindset of this is a family-run business now. Like,
oh yeah,
people were like, "Oh, if this was Vince, it would never." Once an announcement was made, they would never move it. Well, guess what? It's not Vince.
Yeah,
it wasn't a family-run business there, even when Vince was running it towards the end, because Nick Khan was all about the money, even when Vince was there running everything. So Nick Khan was doing this before TKO came in.
It is. It's sad to see, but like,
it is what it is. It's the business now. It's corporate America. The
crowds are going to change. Like, that's going to impact the product because of how you're pricing people out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's already like this weekend with all the shows. Like, yo, I'm not coughing up $50 for Double or Nothing because I got 2 free shows, quote unquote free. But I'm paying $4.99 or whatever it is, right?
Well, look what happened this weekend. You know, they had to cancel NXT in Tampa and moved it back to the PC because people just weren't paying for the tickets for it. You know, they were buying. So what, they had 4 shows planned. They got 3 out of the 4.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Welcome to the new world. That's what it is. All right. Well, let's get out of this intro topic and let's get into Mount Rushmores and mushes. Anybody Mount Rushmore is not involved with a pay-per-view tonight or tomorrow?
Mine.
Okay. So is mine too. So, Jason, want to start it?
mine may play in, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna give it to Tyra May Steele and Jasper Troy, the winners of LFG. Nice little competition they had going on. When I first tuned in, I was like, okay, is this set up so the Tyra May Steele can win? Like, is this all just work for her just to get the number one or just to get into the NXT? But as I was watching, yeah, she's cut out for it. She was like leaps and bounds better than the rest. Saw some talent in there though.
I didn't watch a whole lot of it, but like the first couple episodes I watched, you could tell that she definitely had talent.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any of it because it's on what, A&E?
Yeah.
And I don't get A&E, so but I will say my man Jasper Troy definitely made a debut on Tuesday, telling Ava, I'm here to make an impact, no pun intended, going out there and attacking Oba. And it's like, oh. And the one thing, you know what I noticed, watching that, and this was my first time seeing him, he's just as big as Oba.
Yes, he is.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
So, like, Miles standing there, it's like, all right, not that Miles is a little dude, but, like, you can see the difference, right? But my man got in there, and I'm like, oh, we got somebody that, you know.
Beef on beef.
Beef on beef. Like.
Steve loves his beef.
But, I mean, we'll see. They already got a season 2 planned. You know, I do expect Zena, however you pronounce her name, the girl that lost, I do expect her to end up in, whether it be Evolve and work her way up to NXT. Like, I don't think she's done just because she came in second place. Similar to some of the people you saw on Tough Enough back in the day, right? Like, you had your winners, but then there were other people that they kept around based on their performance. So
I've seen quite a few people that can stay around.
Yeah.
That would help.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, he made an impact. And then for me, my Mount Rushmore was your other boy from Evolve, Sean Legacy. I thought he had an outstanding performance, and to be thrust into that triple threat with those two dudes, like, that match for me was one of the more enjoyable matches of the week. He didn't seem out of place. He has a look, you know, whether it carries over into something else. I don't watch Evolve, so I don't know how good he is actually on the mic or anything, but he showed up and showed out for me, being the first time watching him. And his finisher, I don't know if he'll be able to do it on everybody, but it's a unique finisher.
It is.
So it sets him apart. It's not just your typical Death Valley driver. There's something else that adds some spice to it. Yeah, that I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
stand out.
Yeah, stand out.
Stand out. Have to stand out with something.
Yep.
My only issue
I got
is
like, and this may be way off base because, again, I don't watch Evolve and I haven't heard the dude on the microphone, but just watching him, like, from a look and presentation standpoint and everything else, my first impressions was like the first time I saw Ilya. Not that he's on Ilya's level, but like, just there's something there with him. Whether or not it can turn into anything, I don't know. But like, you saw Ilya and you're like, okay, there's something here with this guy. And then he turned out to be, you know, Ilya putting on 5-star matches with everybody under the sun. So yeah, we'll see. But I definitely want to see more of Sean Legacy. And if this is how they're going to intersect the Evolve and NXT brands, like, give me more of this. I'm fine with how they handled it so far.
you just got Ashanti the Dawn is sitting there playing an extra in everybody's storyline.
And like,
at least he's on TV. At least he's on TV.
On TV, but he gave a hell of a match. You just got him just being like a prop.
I think with them introducing like Evolve characters and LFG roster going to be coming in. I think we're going to be seeing some releases coming soon, more in NXT. Because you'll get the ones that get called up, and then the ones that are left behind are going to get left behind.
Yeah, that match for me, I enjoyed that match. That triple threat was really good, like I said. But his performance, he just, from the time he came out to the end of the match, he stood out to me, and that's a really hard thing to do, to make a strong first impression. I thought he knocked it out of the park.
Mhm. His gear give me narcissist vibe.
I could see that.
Chris?
Got time. I'm giving it to from NWA Crockett Cup, Kenzie Page versus Natty Neidhart. I don't watch NWA much anymore, but I really didn't enjoy a whole lot in wrestling this week from what I watched, and so I went back and checked that out, and I've really enjoyed that match. Natty just being Natty and going in that shoot style is just where she needs to be.
Bro, I said it last week on the show. Like, what are we doing? You had this for 18 years. You had that for 18 years. And I don't know if the aftermath was a work or a shoot.
Yeah.
Right? Damn, Taquan, you can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there at the end. I heard Natty say something that, she still had a fever, and something. So I don't know if she really was sick during that match. If that's Natty sick during a match, not at 100% and can have a match like that,
To me, like I got like it was a work vibe. Like my man is the only dude in a pink shirt. It just felt a little bit too pro wrestling-y, right? Like
a Hart family member that isn't known.
Yeah. Like, but you never know. But like I said, the fact that Natty, and this is like a 2-3 month run for her.
Mm-hmm.
This is going back to WrestleMania with Bloodsport, like in the promos and the videos that she's put out through now. I need this on my WWE screen. And the fact that they're not doing it just makes zero sense to me.
And if they're not, just let her go do it somewhere else full time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's what she said. She said, I'm out here cooking.
Yeah.
I spent 18 years in the bubble. Now you can really see who I am. And I like the moniker, the low-key legend.
Mm-hmm.
Like
very fitting.
Yeah.
And again, stands out.
Yep.
Stands out. But every single woman on that roster throughout the years that have ever been there will tell you Natty is Natty. Like, she's quote unquote her. If we're going with the him moniker for the guys, she's her.
She talked about with Bubba this week on Busted Open. She goes, I gave Charlotte Flair the rub back in NXT.
Hey, tell me when I'm telling lies.
Yeah.
Because she's not.
We can chase it.
Speaking truth.
Charlotte gave her.
Put Charlotte Flair on the map. I don't even want to talk about Charlotte Flair Hogan this week. Yes, I hyphenated the Flair and the Hogan together. Charlotte Flair Hogan this week.
I think you do her.
Talk about her.
Is that HBI? Because I had no HBI this week.
We can't pin Charlotte. We have to pin our newly crowned United States champion.
You knew that
I
was
had
going
a
to happen.
feeling someone was going to bring
Then
it up.
it's scheduled for a rematch on
Tonight.
Saturday night's main event tonight after losing.
I was going to bring that
Because
up
I'm
later.
Charlotte Flair Hogan, I'm not taking a pin. Get out of here.
Why would she? You go for the
Oh,
easy.
here we go. Why would you?
I mean, I think it does become fitting with the storyline with what's going on with her and Alexis. That you can just that she didn't take the pin, she lost. So kind of plays that mind game a little bit more.
She walking right in up to Triple H. That don't work for me, brother. Pin your newly crowned United States champion 3 weeks after she won the belt.
That's right.
Creative control.
Yo, creative control. Yeah.
Creative control. Making a call on the fly. My Mount Rushmore this week.
TCC, Creative Control Charlotte. That's how I'm going to refer to her. Triple C's instead of Triple H. Triple C.
My Mount Rushmore this week is the one and only Dirty Dom is winning. Now he got Roxanne in his corner now. Man, this dude, man, he's putting more women over than Triple H, Vince, TK, everybody over.
Did you see the Foursquare that
Yes.
that was circling the internet?
Yeah.
It said his wife was a picture of him and his wife.
Mommy
Rhea,
was his ex.
his ex, Liv, his main, and then Roxanne, the side chick. Like,
Did you see his comment with Stephanie on her podcast this week?
I
I
did see
wanted to
that.
watch it, but I did not.
He said, she asked him, she goes, so I hear you have like this love for In-N-Out. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I've told my wife, if someone would offer me an In-N-Out franchise and the stipulation is you have to divorce your wife, well, we had a good run. He goes, it's In-N-Out. Then someone put in the comments, I know someone that's not getting any In-N-Out tonight.
Yeah, they said that he has a better roster than all the promotions together right now.
That
But-
Latino Heat moniker is more and more
Hey.
like Eddie every day, huh?
Yeah.
Right there, stacking them, wins
right there.
on top of wins on top of wins.
But he's winning a number one wrestler in the world for me.
I
Dom Sterling.
Yeah, I don't know if we're definitely going to see Roxanne become a member of the Judgment Day, but this is just.
Hey, she gave him the chicken tendies. That's enough.
Yeah. I mean, I saw. I bet she did. And I definitely see this storyline playing out more. Like that's the teaser that's going to start everything with Liv and Finn.
Okay. All right. So those are our Mount Rushmores. Moving into mushes. Anybody has a mush that is not on any of the cards this week?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. I'll go on that. I'm giving it. Did it a couple weeks ago. I'll give it again. I'm giving it to TNA. This week, Scott D'Amore announced that Ace Austin was released. Well, his contract wasn't renewed. Especially at a time when TNA is losing talent, you have a young talent like that you could easily insert into the main event in the TNA title picture. I don't know how you let him go. This is just one of those TNA things that just boggles my mind. How you can let a talent like Ace Austin just walk away.
But do we know if there was like actually no offer made, or if Ace just decided like? I know like everything that came out this week was TNA didn't re-sign Ace Austin, but it's like okay, but do we know did they make an offer and Ace just said no, let my contract expire? Like,
yeah,
maybe Ace is ready to move on to something else, given the landscape and how things are in the world of pro wrestling. Like, it can definitely. For years, it's always been the one-way street of TNA just botching these, and we've seen it before. And I'm probably leaning more towards them botching this one, just like they did with Josh Alexander, right? Not even making him an offer. But I don't know. There's two sides to every story.
Yeah.
There's
and I mean, we really didn't get either of the side yet. This was just Scott announces it, saying that there hasn't been an announcement made, but hey, here's what's going on, and then he announces that he's going to be in Maple Leaf, for the next event.
Yeah, how about D'Amore with the wrestling pettiness? Oh, you fired me, so guess what? I'm leaking news of when I'm being the Adam Schefter of the pro wrestling world and telling when people's contracts aren't renewed in TNA. It's like, wow, that was wrestling petty 101 if I've ever seen it. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like it
especially with Chris Bay, the situation going on with that, and not, his wrestling career pretty much being over. Like, now is the time to really, like, Ace Austin had a great run as an X Division champion before him and Bay got together, but I just felt like he's evolved so well in the ring and in TNA that it was an easy evolution for him just to get moved up into the main event picture.
I know. I just keep looking back to like him versus Moose from a couple shows ago, and it's like I can't buy him as a main event guy, regardless of how good he is, just because of the size difference. Like,
just stuck in that mid tier.
Yeah, it's the same whenever I look at Carmelo, and it's like no matter how good you are, I just can't buy you as the guy. That's why I'm so upset if the AEW decides to run with Darby being champion. It's like, yo, like, no, like, not a guy.
Not believable.
Like, yeah. Like, I just, that X Division title realm, the tag team titles, like, that's sort of cool. But like, to be the guy, like, I know we've shifted away from the land of the giants from like the 90s and WWE goes, but still, there's just some guys where you look and it's like,
But that's always one of the best things from TNA, you know, that you can try something different to see if it would work or not. And they've done that numerous times in the past.
I mean, you've seen it whenever Chris Sabin won the title, whenever he beat Bully Ray. It's like, yeah, Sabin's tremendous in the ring, fantastic worker.
Sabin had the better run, you know, a couple years ago as champion than he did, you know, in 2014 or whatever that was with Aces and Eights.
I know. It's just, I don't know. It's just certain guys to me, no matter how good they are, it's just not like you're just not on that level, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mr. Anderson, Mr. Kennedy was on Chris Van Vliet's podcast this week, and he's like, look, at the end of the day, it's a prop. I didn't win nothing. Like, yeah, it's you got to put it on people that are going to generate sales and revenue and everything else. And certain guys, no matter how good you are in the ring, it's just they just don't do that. Like, but I agree, TNA could be a spot where that does happen because it's TNA. So, and they've had a track record of doing it before.
Yep.
My mush goes to this whole week brawls. I see nothing but brawls this whole week on all promotions. Now I'm not sure because it's lead up for the pay-per-views, but there were so many brawls, and I have a list of them. Seth Braun, Punk Sammy, Mercedes and Jamie for the 9th time. NXT Tag Division was brawling. The Wyatt Six making their appearance, brawl. AEW's Men Division brawl 2 times. Priest McIntyre, Trick and Hendry, Ethan Page and Ricky Saints, Lawler and Becky, etc., etc., etc. I just wanted to scream World Star the whole time I saw a brawl this week.
That should have been the title of the show.
I mean,
they were like Oprah giving out cars.
Yes, they were.
You get a brawl. You get a brawl. You get a brawl.
When in doubt, brawl.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But as a quote that one of our close friends said, "God damn, dog! Like enough is enough."
Oh, and not all of them made sense either. There you go, Taquan. That's a dad joke if I've ever heard it. They've been running to the ground like how WWE used to do multi-man matches. Like it's like, all right, enough, dude. Like it's lazy booking. It's lazy creative. Like
yes, it is. Very, very, very lazy. But that was it.
And how many of them actually enhanced the match that's upcoming? No. I mean,
does it ever?
No, there are times
some
when it
brawls
does.
too. Yeah, some brawls too.
I mean, Charlotte and Tiffy's brawl was fantastic, but WrestleMania was 8 weeks away, so it lost its luster. No. But like, if they would have did that at the end before Mania, like that would have elevated that match even more, based on how good that brawl was. But yeah, it's just it's in a weird space where everybody's copy and pasting, and you're copy and pasting the wrong shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all right, there we go. Those are our mushes for this week. Chris, let's get into this long prediction show we have going on.
Well, right. I still got my mush, but I'm going to tie it in when we go through predictions.
All right. We got 5 matches now for Saturday night's main event because this one got added last night. The Women's United States Championship, Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green.
Again, I've already spoken my piece on this with Charlotte Flair Hogan saying I'm not going to eat a pin. So we have to pin our newly crowned United States champion. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if they have Zelina drop the title back to Chelsea tonight.
I would not be
which
surprised.
Sucks for Zelina, but like you're having her take a loss 2 weeks after winning the title. Why have the belt?
Why wouldn't you mind see her drop? Expound on that.
Because I don't think if you have her take the belt off Chelsea to begin with, And Chelsea is Chelsea Green. Like as far as entertainment value, the whole 9 yards, what she can do with the title, everything else. To get immediately pinned in a Money in the Bank qualifying match, to me, just screams we have nothing for you as champion. So why even keep the title on her? Just give it back to Chelsea and let Chelsea run with it. I'd be more entertained.
I didn't necessarily want Chelsea to drop the title when she did.
Oh, exactly. It's a newly minute belt. There was no need for it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's WWE Battle of the Belts. So I think Zelina's going to win. But you have the storyline here that Zelina lost last night was in a match that, you know, she could be hurt. And Chelsea Green could take advantage of that and win the title. So if Chelsea won tonight and got the title back, I wouldn't be upset. But I'd be surprised if they did 2 back-to-back losses for Zelina as well.
The fans wanted a Zelina push for so long, and you finally have her win, to have her immediately take a loss. Just all right. We just
what happens when the fans get their way?
You want the win, they did nothing with it.
They don't
gave her no pop. You want the win and sit on your hands.
They don't give a shit what the fans want. They'll give you what you want, but
not now. Remember, it's a not now. It's a TKO ran company, so it don't matter what they want.
I'll go with Zelina to retain, but this just confounds me in every aspect of booking 101.
Zelina to retain.
Give me Chelsea.
All right. Get into the tag match. Punk and Sammy versus Seth and Braun. Raw.
I'm starting to have doubts around this Seth and Braun whole faction gimmick. It's still not clear what the deal is. Like, why is Braun aligned with you? Why, what is your overall plan? Like, you formed this group to go after the world heavyweight title, but yet you're just beefing with CM Punk again. Like, what is happening right now? Like,
that's what I've been seeing a lot online, where people are saying, you know, WWE gives you that oh shit moment, but then they give you weeks of just
no follow up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is really just like staring at a blank canvas.
Yeah.
Because
they're doing the same thing with Cena, really.
Yeah, I know Hunter likes his long-term storytelling more than other bookers as far as how he normally plots stuff out, but it's just like we don't need this. Like, how does this serve the overall arching story of the group? Like,
and not every story needs long-term storytelling.
And they're a heel group. Heel groups are supposed to take, powders and scurry off when the baby faces come down, make saves. No, they just stood there. Said, no, screw you. Like, I mean, I got Seth and Braun. I don't think due to shenanigans. Maybe we get a third man. I don't know. But just I'm not overly excited about this match right now.
Same.
Give me Seth and Braun. There's no reason for me to take a loss on this.
Yeah, Seth and Braun. It just seems like Braun is just a hitman, just getting orders from Seth. Reminds me of MJF and Warlow to a point.
Which is fine, but they haven't even clarified, like, that's the role. Like, Seth is big visionary, architect, etc. You got Heyman, who's just the puppet master of all puppet masters. And, like, it's like, all right, well, I know nothing. And you just got Braun just stare gazing and stare death and Seth down in every single segment they're in. It's like, yo, you're teasing a turn already? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
All right. moving on. John Cena versus R-Truth.
I gave R-Truth my Mount Rushmore last week, and kudos to R-Truth this week going out there and getting me even more invested in seeing this match. I know it's a non-title match. It's not for the championship. I still want to see this match. It's probably the match I'm most invested in on Saturday night's main event is this match. And that's just kudos to R-Truth for what he's done on the microphone the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's going to be entertaining. I'm expecting nothing else. But R-Truth does have a shot in hell.
Yeah, now I got Cena.
Yeah.
Of course, Cena's winning.
Move on. World Heavyweight Championship, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul.
I mean, I guess they've done a good job of setting up doubt that Logan Paul could win since he's knocked Jey Uso out 4 straight weeks. But that just means Jey Uso is going to duck the punch, super kick, splash off the top rope, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Give me Jey.
I like how they're booking it, that nobody's overlooking Logan. So, I mean, that's good, but give me Jey.
As long as Jey Uso's champ, I am betting against him the whole time. That's just me. Logan Paul.
Well, I was at the Fraxium, so.
I mean, I have no problems with this match. I think it's going to turn out to be a decent match. I like both these guys in the ring for the most part. But 1, Jey just got the title. 2, it's Battle of the Belts. Jey's retaining. That'll take us into the steel cage match. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
Again, not my favorite feud, but at least this steel cage match is warranted based on how these two have shown hatred towards each other and just continue to brawl on site. It at least makes more sense than, I don't know, AEW randomly throwing a stretcher match on the card between Ricochet and Mark Briscoe.
Oh, we'll get into that one. Don't worry.
That's an announcement. I'm like, all right, man. So this stipulation makes way more sense than that one. Give me Drew. I need Drew to get a dub here. He's continuously losing these big time matches with feuds. I need Drew to get a win. Loss is not going to hurt Priest. I need Drew to get a win and actually put him into something that's worthy of where he's at from a character standpoint.
Will this match deliver? Probably. Am I over this story? Yes. I am tapped out on Drew and Damian. But give me Drew to win.
I want Drew to win. Drew's probably going to win. I think the match with their rivalry warrant more of a Hell in a Cell than a steel cage. You know, it's more of that. But we can't do Hell in a Cell until the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. So,
and if you're doing a cage match on Saturday night's main event,
the blue,
it better be the blue cage.
They're going to spray paint it blue.
If you don't bring the blue cage down, I don't want to see it.
I mean, they do like the nostalgia for Saturday night's main event, so
that'll be my Mount Rushmore if that blue cage gets lowered. For next week's show.
If there is a blue cage, you'll be hearing.
I was going to say, I don't know if it'll get lowered, but
if there is a blue cage next week, you'll hear, "Oh, brother, I told Hunter to bring out the blue cage because he sets everything up."
I booked it.
They need to do something with Priest on SmackDown. I just feel like since Priest has been on SmackDown, it's just lost in the shuffle. Like either one of these guys, a loss isn't going to hurt them at all. Like, it's flip a coin. Majority of you guys want McIntyre. Give me Priest just to do something with him here.
Chris with a punishment Martinez selection. That's something I never thought I would hear.
The Priest need Dirty Dog back on his side. You can tell who built who.
His run on SmackDown's just been forgettable.
Everybody's getting the dirty Dom rub, huh?
See what happens when they leave his side. It's like a Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker leaving the Steelers. Never hear from him again.
That's it for Saturday night's main event.
Cena or Truth match of the night.
Jimmy Priest and Drew.
Give me Jay and Logan.
I'll go Priest and Drew.
All right. On to Sunday's festivities.
Head on over to Battleground. We'll keep it going here. Got 6 matches here. So we'll kick things off with Hank and Tank and Josh Briggs versus The Calling.
I mean, this was TK Booking 101. They set this up on Tuesday night. It's like, why? What are we doing?
Do it on NXT.
Yeah.
Just do it this Tuesday.
Can Josh Briggs get a legit solo run, please?
I don't know.
Please.
This is a 6-man match just to put people on the show. That's all this is.
Yeah, I'll go with The Calling. With Brooks, Penn, and Briggs.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Story within the story.
I don't know. I feel like I didn't go for Hank and Tank last time. So do I need to, instead of overlooking them, should I actually look at them for this match? But
that's why Briggs is getting pinned.
I like that thought, but give me Hank and Tank and Josh.
Give me The Culling. They need like another big win.
All right, you just decided for me, Donald. Hank and Tank are winning. All right, another match that could just be on Tuesday: D'Angelo versus Stax.
Go.
What in the 2B version of pro wrestling has this been? Like, I don't even think 2B would air this story. I don't care. This is hopefully Tony D's last match in NXT. He does the job and gets called up as rumored to be. So give me Stax with the win.
Give me Stax. Stax has been the only highlight out of the group altogether. Give me Stax for the win.
Tony,
I mean, do we get some Rizzo and whatever his face is? Do we get them returning tonight?
Nico, not Nico. What is his name?
Luca Cristofino or whatever.
When Uncle Sal and all them, the ones who got beat up on.
Yeah, it's like if the Sopranos killed Big Pussy, but he actually survived and swam back to shore and showed up to take out Tony Soprano.
That's the story we need.
What is it, Chris, Paulie? Whole crew just coming.
They put the cameraman in ring staff in suits and throwing veto hats.
I'd put all over the Sopranos cast at the ages that they're at now over the family.
Oh, Paulie Walnuts is in this match. I'm picking Paulie Walnuts.
Oh, absolutely.
All day long.
It'd be like Flair in the 80s. You're going to get every dirty trick in the book in that match.
And his hair won't move an inch.
Give me Stax.
Yeah. I'm going with Stax also. Tony D never gets a vote in my book.
He can get future endeavor.
He can go to Evolve.
I think they need new Dukes the Dumpster Drosy. He can be something like that.
No.
I'd rather
Spaghetti.
You said just everything.
Eddie Spaghetti.
I'd rather have some other than the Dawn. Give me another gimmick. I don't care. He could be as cheesy as.
How about we just get away from the 95 gimmicks altogether?
He gonna be the next Doink. Henry Godwin.
He could be, yes. He could be any of those guys.
Just have him out there, Eddie Spaghetti, and he throws cans of spaghetti like Bootios.
Tune in this Tuesday. It'll happen. If it sucks, they'll put it on NXT. All right, at least the title matches look decent. So let's get into the women's North American. Soul versus Kalani.
Again, I don't like how they just set this up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like, why? I mean, and they set it up with the Zarya hitting Soul, and that's how Kalani won.
Yeah, with the roll up.
I think this match will slap. We've seen these two already. Like they had match of the night on a couple cards ago, but whenever they were in the ring together when Kalani had the North American Championship. So they'll deliver. I got Soul winning, but it's just more of a you're using Kalani to set up Zarya and Soul. I don't like that.
When this is their event, this isn't like NXT Saturday night's main event. They only have a handful of PLEs a year. This is one of them.
They're not, and they're not doing one on SummerSlam weekend. So, yeah, that came out this week. They're not adding that on.
Interesting.
They'll probably run all in weekend or all out weekend in September.
Give me Soul. I just feel like they're wedging Kalani into everything, and give her some time off or something. Put her in tag. Do something else with her.
Yeah, Jason, I'm with you. Soul. Kalani's just in everything. She's in every feud. Jada, she was with that. She was in with Lola. Like, too much. Overexposed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm going with you guys.
Soul. Nothing. It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. First time ever, the TNA World Championship being defended on a WWE event. Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams.
It's Hollywood Trick.
This was my mush of the week.
Oh, well, I'm with you.
Trick.
This was my mush of the week. I mean, NXT overall was just bad on Tuesday. I didn't like it at all, but they having Trick do a rap song and then Joe Hendry do his concert to lead to Joe smashing the guitar off Trick's knee, to them wrestling last night in TNA, to them wrestling tomorrow night in NXT. It was I hated it. I don't like it at all. I'll go with Joe Hendry to retain, but that was just god awful. Do not ever set up a championship match by having a Kendrick Lamar and Drake rap battle singing beef.
Whenever he forgot his lines in the rap battle and then broke on camera, was just like, this is why we don't need to do this.
Yeah.
If it ain't sing along with The Rock, don't need to be there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the echo, but
I hope that didn't go across everything.
Yeah, definitely did.
Probably.
Way to put it in the group chat and not the private chat. Good job.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What a dumb mark. What a dumb mark. This dude's complaining about WWE running writer room shows because it's killing the business. You just killed the podcast by dropping stuff in the group chat.
There it is. I see the private chat.
Put in second here.
It literally says private chat. Make his day down at the bottom.
Man's in his own DMs.
I did not see that. So I don't fly.
Oh God. I'm going Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry. Like the belt's not changing hands. Come on now.
That was also my mush, but it's like if you're not going to give me TNA Joe, don't do it. Like TNA Joe spins actual songs into parody songs and makes them good. They're funny. They're entertaining. This, unless you're The Rock or Elias, don't perform a concert in WWE. Give me Joe.
I mean, this is when you can do something interesting because TNA isn't live this week, but they'll be back next week for another event. So if you want to do a title change, now's the time to do it because it can be very short run and align with stuff. Do I want to see it just to be a title change to make a title change? No. Like there's titles you can do that with that I would rather see it, but give me Joe to retain because I don't really necessarily need that at all.
So when Trick loses, where's he going? Man, you talk about a fall off.
Can't beat Oba for the NXT championship. Can't beat Joe for the TNA championship. I don't know. Maybe he goes back for the North American championship. I don't know.
Or head up and try the speed title out. What else?
Never can't beat El Grande. Come on now.
I didn't say he was going to beat El Grande. Just try it out.
Speed title.
That's more on his level.
He said move up.
All right, let's get to the NXT Women's Championship. Stephanie versus Jordan.
For me, this is my match of the night.
Definitely.
I don't. If you called up Julia already, Roxanne got called up. Rumor was when Jordan signed, she wasn't going to spend a long time in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I kind of want to see these two have like a summer run. Like, have them go at it. Have them battle. Let's get a series of matches here. Let's turn it into, Jordan Grace versus Deonna Purrazzo. Like, let's do something with it. Like,
they could cook.
Yeah,
they can.
But I got Stephanie retaining.
I don't know. It just feel like Jordan came at the wrong time. I wasn't expecting Stephanie to be like this. Like she's legit fan favorite over everybody. But
well, I mean, when you got Booker putting over moves that he puts over, like
turn Jordan heel and give me Jordan Grace.
I was thinking along your lines too, Jason. Jordan. Give me Jordan for the win.
They're talking teasing the draft around SummerSlam, like after SummerSlam.
I don't even know if they go that long, honestly.
All right, give me Jordan tomorrow for the win. Let them have Steve, what you were talking about, a summer series, and then Jordan can get caught up in the draft. So.
And you know me, I rarely pick against Jordan, but just don't see the need to drop the belt right now for Stephanie.
There isn't a need to do it, but I mean, this is the only one that I see with the possibility of a change.
Well, neither one of these women should be in NXT is the bottom line. Like they should both be on the main roster.
No.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could if Evolution 2 does officially happen because it still hasn't been announced yet. This could be the main event for that, the rematch.
Yeah.
Well, Charlotte wouldn't do that. She come in and
Yo, Hunter, that don't work for me, brother.
Insert her else to every championship match.
She wants to be NXT Women's Champion for the third time. All right, let's get to the main. Oba versus Miles.
So wait, is Ricky Saints and Ethan Page not on this card?
No, it's NXT this week.
I thought it was on this card.
I thought it was too. With the brawl happening.
Yeah, Tuesday night. That's what Ava said on Tuesday, and then they announced it during the rundown.
But put that tag match with Hank and Tank and whatever.
This is a peculiar spot for Oba. I don't see Miles winning, obviously, because it's just like, yo, you come out of nowhere. I mean, shock and awe 1, 2, 3 kid style and have Miles Bourne beat Oba Femi. Yes, for the NXT Championship. No. But hey, even when Miles lose, he wins because he gets to go home and be with Stephanie. So,
And he main evented.
and he main
Oh,
evented.
I've seen some funny memes on that shit. Had some dude running in with the Money in the Bank said, "Me the first time she says Miles doesn't listen to me."
See, that's when the internet's undefeated. It's so wrong, but
Yeah.
that's a Taekwondo comment.
He probably made it.
And if he did it, he's mad at himself for not coming up with it. I got Oba.
Amy.
Give me Oba.
Oba, because I want to see that beef on beef match later. No
Yeah,
doubt.
you do. Yeah, Oba's not losing this, but Steve brought up a good point there. Yeah, it's NXT 95. They could easily throw some shit like that at the wall, and do the 1, 2, 3 kid shit.
Who's running it? It's Sean. It's running it.
X-Pac gets put into TNA. Hey, but yeah, give me Oba.
I just don't see that guy unless it's Ricky Saints. I don't see who do they have on the men's side that to beat Oba right now?
I think it's gonna end up being like a multi-man match when Oba gets the title taken off.
Yeah.
But who's gonna be the one to get the belt? Like, even if you just look, you've already had Ethan with the title. He's not gonna be the one to beat Oba. Ricky's the only other guy right now. So like if Ethan were to beat Ricky on Tuesday and Ricky get into the main event picture and you have him win a la how great would it be if they have Ricky Starks win the NXT championship all out weekend? You want to talk about wrestling pettiness 101.
Dude, in Chicago.
Really?
If you develop Josh Briggs more, he could be a guy.
Hey, Briggs had a hell of a run in Noah. Like
They never follow up on that. They never follow up on it.
No, you haven't seen Almost. He's been in witness protection.
Because he got over. How dare you get over? I didn't want you to get over. Yeah.
Send him back to Japan. Yeah.
But we don't bench talent.
No. Match of the night. Stephanie and Jordan.
I agree.
Sol Kalani.
Sol Kalani had a hell of a banger before, so
Women's.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no Fraxium on here to just be the default match of the night, even though none of us picked them.
Hank and Tank wound up being the sleeper. All right, let's head into AEW. Right now, only one match on the buy-in. I'm sure that'll change. We got Megan and Penelope versus Anna and Harley.
Oh, Megan Bain, hottest free agent signing in the company. Oh, Megan Bain looks like $1,000. Oh, Megan Bain should be pushed to the moon. Oh, Megan Bain, pre-show Double or Nothing. Are you kidding me?
$1,000.
Are you kidding me?
Where else?
But we'll put the Paragon and another 6-man match on, or we'll have a stretcher match
Ricochet.
with Ricochet and Mark Briscoe. Are you serious?
I would rather
they've
see
actually had a feud that makes sense to have a pay-per-view match between these 4 women.
Yes.
And Anna and Harley have been fantastic together.
Yes.
Not always in the wrestling ring, but
The women's wrestling.
What are we doing? Seriously. I got Megan and Penelope, but still, like, the buy-in?
Terrible.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
The Hurt Syndicate and the Sons of Texas are on this freaking card.
For no reason. Well, there's a reason, I'm sure. But
I hate you. Bane and Penelope.
Yeah.
Penelope's in this match to take the pin. Anna and Harley.
Oh, you're gonna have Megan Bane on the pre-show and take a loss?
She's not taking the loss, but
No, she's lost. She lost. Her team lost. That's a loss. Don't matter if her shoulders are on the mat or not. Pause. That's a loss.
yeah, I'm enjoying Anna and Harley. It's the buy-in. It doesn't matter. All right, we'll get into it. We're going to kick things off with this one. Get it out of the way. The stretcher match. Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet.
Briscoe just be taking pins for no reason.
No reason.
This ain't a pin.
He can't find another way to even make the loss worse. Hey, Mark, don't worry. You don't gotta get counted. Just get rolled out on a stretcher tonight.
For what reason?
Them boys.
Is it to the top of the step? Is it to the top of the ramp?
I don't know. I
what
don't
they're
care.
gonna do.
This makes no sense to me.
Do they got a ramp? I thought it was just on the floor.
Oh, some of the dumbest
What
things.
has happened between these two individuals outside of Mark Briscoe saying Ricochet's a thorn in his ass to make this a stretcher match?
That's all you need.
This would have made
In
more sense with
AEW,
Zach
that's all you
Allen.
need.
Storyline.
Well, there
bro.
goes Thorn and Ash. You can't walk, so you need to stretch it out.
Boom.
I'd
logic.
rather this be a Jagger Bush match and have the loser get thrown into a Jagger Bush. Like, what are we doing?
It's because we already have anarchy in the arena, so we can't have another street fight.
Give me Ricochet.
Ricochet's with it because it's Briscoe on the other side.
It would make no sense for the push Ricochet's getting to one, have this match and then to lose. So
This entire card outside of maybe one match makes zero sense.
The build was stupid to one of your best people pay-per-views.
for me, this is a 4-match card. That's it.
And Ricochet, character-wise, was killing it there with Swerve. And now look where he's at.
After wrestling Zach Gowen. Oh, so you beat a one-legged man, now you're winning stretcher matches?
That's what I said. It should have that should have been a stretcher match. Like that would have made more sense.
Hey, look,
I mean, challenge him to hopscotch if we're going at it. Like, why not? Let's just do that.
Vince would have never done this to you.
That's where we're going. All right, we're moving on. FTR versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness.
This has been built up well, but it's all been done on Collision. Nobody watches Collision. Daniel Garcia has no reaction at all anymore. He went from supposedly being the next guy to just farts in church.
Why are we doing Nigel in a match now?
I don't know. And why is it against FTR?
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, because they can go in the ring. That's probably the only reason for Nigel.
But I mean, like, what? Like, yeah, if you're going to bring Nigel
Story-wise,
back,
yeah.
there's plenty of other people to bring Nigel back against that would make more sense.
He had his all-in moment last year. I was cool with that.
He had the Jerome Bettis leaving on a Super Bowl, John Elway going off, Michael Jordan walking. Like, he had that, and now he's coming back like Jordan joining the Wizards.
Yeah.
This is what this is. This is MJ's 6th title reign. Now I'm going to join the Wizards.
Just testing it out.
Shawn Michaels at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
I got FTR.
It has to be FTR to make sense.
I don't know, big FTR. Let me go and Nigel McGuinness.
Yeah. But why bring Nigel back for a match just to have him lose it? Too? Like,
TK knows why. It just,
I'm
on.
I don't
going to
know.
go with Nigel, but No. All right, we're gonna get into this one. Anarchy in the
I'm on
arena.
that match.
All right, can we? Okay. What the fuck is the point of Gabe Kidd when he's not in this match?
He's gonna join in the match anyways. It's anarchy in the arena.
But why even bring him out if you're not putting him in the match?
Bro, none of this
How
makes
many
sense.
people we?
Yeah.
So what's the main event?
It's a 6
So
on
the main
6.
event is Ospreay and Hangman.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. I'll explain that,
didn't
Jason,
watch
whenever we
Wednesday?
go over that. Okay, just wait, because your face is
watch
going to be even
Wednesday?
more dumbfounded whenever I tell you how we got there.
I mean, this match did not need to be the main event.
At least you can't. It.
This is the drizzling shits.
Yes.
Man, you talk about this is a lot of people.
It's what we said with the 6-man match on NXT. This is the match to get everybody on the card just for a payday.
So is Willow and Mina gonna? Marina
They're in the
gonna-
match. Yeah.
They're gonna brawl the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah, they're in
Maybe take a bump or two, but just brawl the whole time in the corner.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or in the backstage area. Go take a break. Get a drink and catering.
I need like Powerhouse Hobbs to like spine buster Marina Shafir through a table off the stage. Like if we're gonna have people in here and we're going full on anarchy, like do it right.
just
Oh,
do
that was
it.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, Willow will take a bump too. She don't care.
I was laughing when Willow hit Moxley with the trash can on Wednesday. And Moxley's reaction. It was like, what the fuck? Like he wasn't expecting it. It's like production meetings, duck
Yeah.
or take it in the face. Like it's one of those two. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. The only thing that this does is eliminate John Moxley and the Death Riders winning a title match in just piss poor fashion like they have for the last 8 months.
Rinse and
Either way, whoever loses, this looks bad. Whoever loses.
It's
If
not
the champ-
good.
If the champ loses, the Death Riders look.
Willer Yuta or Shibata is taking the pin in this match. And I hate it.
Yeah.
Marina takes the pin.
No. Rita won't take the pin.
You just taking that
Yeah.
pin.
That's you just sole job in this company.
Then the Death Riders just look worse. Then if the baby faces loses, then you got to find a whole new cast of baby faces.
This is like the least thought out Anarchy in the Arena match ever.
Yeah, you get whole new wipe slate. That's how it happens. Once they lose, wipe the slate. You're on Collision doing something else.
At least we're getting close to Moxley's title run being over, but it's just like we're just doing stupid shit now. Just to do it.
We get Gabe Kidd out there for what? Hook's return? We're gonna darken the arena and send out the bats, the Hook signal for Hook to come out.
Or does Darby come back? Is he off the mountain?
No, Darby can stay on the mountain. I don't need Darby back in AEW. Like I don't. This dude. I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is Eddie Kingston's return."
Who? That's a name I haven't heard.
So you want to bring a guy back? That
Keep his name out of your fucking mouth.
Don't do that to Eddie. Don't do that to Eddie.
Always.
Give me Eddie Kingston to come back and end the reign of John Moxley.
No.
Give me that. I'd rather have that over Darby Allin.
No.
It's all shit.
Only
all
good
shit.
in the crowd when the show's over. That's all he's good for.
I'm gonna bake a cake when this match is on. I'm not watching this. 35 minutes of bullshit. I'm not.
What kind of
watching
cake you gonna make?
Yellow.
Yeah. I'm with you, Steve. I don't care. I honestly don't.
I mean, Death Riders are winning.
And then where do you place this match? If it's not the main
He
event,
left.
Do it
it's
first.
not the main event. What do? You open a show with this?
Do it first. Get it over with.
bloody chaos.
Just have him start brawling during Megan Bain's match. Bury her even more. Just,
Whole night. It's a whole night of anarchy in the arena.
It's going to start, but it's going to be like the backlot brawl. It's going to go throughout segments. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get back in.
Here comes the Bronco. All right, let's go to the next shit match. We got Paragon versus the Don Callis family.
hey, why is this on the show? What are we doing?
This is a
Josh
this is a
Alexander
collision
to take
or
a blood
dynamite
loss?
match. That's all it is.
Oh, Collision wasn't on Saturday night, so guess what? We're gonna add Collision to Double or Nothing.
No, it was on Thursday night. It was on this week. It was on Thursday night.
Isn't Adam Cole the TNT champion? Has he done anything with the TNT title?
No.
I didn't even realize the TNT
Walked
title
out-
was still in the
Walked
company.
out with it. He walked out with it.
Oh yeah, that's right. He walked out with it on commentary for a women's match.
I thought Garcia still had it.
I knew he didn't, but hasn't either title run hasn't mattered.
Both of these factions are straight trash. They hold no water at all.
If
None.
you left the
That's where-
if you left the Callis family at this right here and stop adding in whoever
Lance
Warhawk,
Archer, Brian Cage.
yeah,
Rocky
This is-
Romero.
this would be a legit faction that you do something with.
But they got to do something.
And that's all they do.
They could be trio champions.
Again, remember, Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay beat 5 of them up.
They were killed off during that whole
Get that.
5-1-2
Right
beat-up
there. Right there. That killed their
If
whole
Josh
faction right
Alexander
there.
takes the pin in this match, I'm never watching AEW again. I'm
Wanna see
not.
some- a gasket.
Yeah, have Alexander lose his match and tune in next week.
This isn't going to happen, but the Callis family should win this match.
Tune in next week for one man show. Steve's rant.
Or you never know. Maybe after, right after the match is over with.
You just want Steve to do it so you don't have to do any work for your show next week?
Yeah,
There you go.
Give me the Callis family.
I
They're
don't
not going to
care.
win, but yeah.
Give me the Paragon.
Again, this is on the show, but Megan Bain and the women are on the pre-show.
Give me the Callis family. Because I have no belief in Adam Cole and all of his minions that follow him through.
I
every
break up
promotion.
And then, yeah,
Get back together, NXT.
and then break up again. And then get back together.
Because they have no characters at all. Adam Cole, baby, since 2009.
Moving on to the tag team championship. Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas. Why?
Hurt Syndicate.
This is like the TNT.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Guevara, but who's Sammy Guevara? Come on.
That was terrible Wednesday night, that whole segment.
Are they champs?
They're the Ring of Honor champs.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
This would make more sense if it was title for title. But just to have a match because you are the Ring of Honor tag team champions. Just
No.
Hurt Syndicate.
Hurt Syndicate.
And I'm tired of just Lashley and Benjamin just going out there just to show, like not fighting or anything like that. I want to see them beat people
What
up.
they
Where are
do,
the Young
you
Bucks?
know?
Why aren't they in the tag team title picture? We're like,
Because they're in Anarchy in the Arena.
what are we doing?
All these tag teams.
This is for MJF to come out and further that storyline. It's ridiculous.
That's
This
it.
is such trash.
What you mean, MJ? For the save?
Yeah, he come
Oh, yeah.
out, but you know,
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
use,
Oh, he's getting involved. He's not in a match. He's getting involved.
Yeah.
if you use MJF for the save for the Hurt Syndicate, they're already diminished. Get out of here. No. Against Dustin and Sammy, no. This could be a just straight up one-on-one.
Tony Khan booking the show. MJF is going to be wrist taped up, sitting in the stands. He's going to hit Dustin with the diamond ring.
We hurt people, but we need help.
They might not even need help, but he's getting involved.
He's part of the group now.
It'll end up being that they're about to win, but he'll hit them just to say that he helped. That'll be it. All right. This is where I feel that, not that the card's getting better, but at least some better matches. Even though this one was just thrown together.
Yeah, no, I don't care.
It should at least be a decent match.
Yeah, I like the more I watch on Mike Bailey in AEW, the less I'm like, why is he in pro wrestling and why is he a thing?
Yes. Hence my question 2 weeks ago when I was on the show. What is Mike Bailey doing? Seemed like he just advertised for the new Karate Kid movie coming out next week.
Half the roster.
I said this whenever he was in TNA that he needed a gimmick change, and even more so now.
Mike Bailey's that action figure in the 80s that had the lever on the back, and when you move it up and down, both his arms just go like this. Yeah, that's Mike Bailey.
Like Mike Bailey delivers. Like there's no denying that he does.
Yes, he
deliver
does
in the ring, but he's done this version of his character way too long, just without. Like they were starting to take away the speedball gimmick in TNA from him, and he was just becoming Mike Bailey only. And then he left, and then right back to where he was at. He's not beating Okada.
Okada's winning. Yeah, Okada is winning.
But again, I think the match will deliver.
Okada.
It's just another match.
Yeah, just another match.
It's a dynamite. It could be a dynamite match.
It's just another match.
This could be a dark match.
Oh, it's not that bad. Just because the dark cloud's over your head right now doesn't mean. Let's get into something better. AEW Women's Championship, Timeless versus Mina.
I hate this too.
Same here.
You set it up 2 weeks ago. And then you put Mina in a match against Julia Hart. For what purpose? With Tony on commentary. I just like, why? To get Mariah May come back tonight? For what? So you're going to have Mina come out, beat the champion and eliminate her, lose 2 weeks later, and then what's she going to do?
Triple threat next month.
I should be excited to watch this match. I got Timeless, but this is just I hate everything about this.
You gotta take the stupid booking out of it.
That's part of it. I'm not like AEW fans are eating this card up because of just matches for matches for matches.
That's what AEW is anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been that way for a long time. You're still expecting old whenever they haven't given you that in how long.
But even the matches for matches aren't good matches for matches. This one, yes, isn't it? But look at the rest of this card so far.
Like I said before, it's 4-match card for me.
Not getting my $50.
No.
I got Timeless.
Timeless retain.
If this is Mariah May coming back, is this title just stuck in that feud for a while?
And it doesn't make sense with the backlot brawl or whatever they called it. You know, like that was the finale if you're just putting it right back into it again.
It didn't have that match with Megan Bain, you know.
Yeah.
It's not making sense.
There's a lot of that. That's across every company.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into the Women's Owen Hart Cup final. Jamie versus Mercedes.
Brawl.
A match that should have been decided a month and a half ago.
Do I expect this match to cook? Absolutely. But again, I have no interest in it based on what you've done. You ran a tournament to determine who fights each other to face Tony Storm, and then for 8 weeks, you literally ran the same segment.
I have no idea why they rushed that tournament the way they did this year.
Because Tony Khan loves tournaments, and tournaments are the backbone of pro wrestling, and tournaments need to be involved in everything.
But they rushed the whole tournament and then had weeks of nothing.
They did it because of March Madness.
Like, you could have had one match a week instead of 3 every event and let it take its time.
Well, that means he'd have to book other stuff for other segments on the shows, and he can't do that anymore. So I got Mercedes. I mean, this is leading to Mercedes versus Tony at All In. Even though I think that's the wrong call, but
Mercedes.
Going around. Mercedes for the win. Now, Jason, the main event.
Will Ospreay petition Tony Khan to make this the main event because it means so much? Because this match is for saving AEW.
Is the man
Will Ospreay said
whoever wins this match is going to be the one to beat Moxley and save AEW. So the importance of this match is why it's the main event.
Mark Briscoe could have went in there and pitched the wow, stretcher match your main event. Double or nothing.
I think we could all tell you why that match should main event.
Oh, dumb shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have a title match, I mean, Tony and Mina could main event.
Look, I'm not upset with them putting it in the main event. It's how they put it in the main event. I petitioned the boss to make it the main event.
You could have said that
out of here
months ago.
Petition means you need signatures.
Yeah, who'd you petition?
The entire
locker room
arena match. They all signed off on it.
So.
Will this be a classic? Absolutely. Do I see Ospreay winning it? Yes. Do I see Ospreay taking the belt off Moxley in London? Yes.
Oh, you think they're saving it for London?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it at All In.
Because
All In's Texas, not London. It's not. They're not in London till Forbidden Door.
Yeah, well, this title match would be at All In. So then, he would beat Moxley at All In and come out as champ in London.
Yeah.
Because, hey, Tony Khan did that for Saraya, and look how he booked her after that.
Fantastic. I mean, we all got Ospreay, right?
Yes.
Give me Hangman.
Okay.
Hangman losing this helps him even more from a character aspect because he's on that road to redemption and I've done terrible things and I'm trying to right my wrongs. And
Moxley already beat him too.
Okay, can we get over a loss helps Hangman storyline?
No, because it's the only storyline that matters in AEW.
It's always his gimmick now. A loss helps to Hangman.
It's a character. It helps build his character. For a company that don't have no characters. To him and Ricochet.
I mean, Ospreay can't be the best in the world if he loses to Hangman.
Match of the night.
Yeah, that's my match of the night.
Same.
Give me Anarchy in Arena.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
I'm sure there'll be some oh shit moments.
Jason loves that stuff, though.
I mean, Mercedes
Give
and
me,
Jamie can cook. Mina and Tony can cook.
Mhm.
Okada and Bailey, even though I don't like how they got there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okada Bailey, even though the match makes no sense.
Here's the deal: by the time you get to the main event, you're going to forget 75% of the shit that happened on the show because it's going to be 6 hours long.
If they would put the last 4 matches we did as the last order, you don't have to tune in till like 10 o'clock.
We done all
And if you
Battleground.
top heavy book that show like that,
They're not going to, but
hand in your pencil
Yeah.
and pad.
I just thought a petition in the boss means creative control, brother. That's the way I like it. Throw some hot sauce on his main event.
Number 2 on the HBI.
All right, so there goes all of our predictions for this weekend show.
Which one are you?
Please. Yes. Which one are you watching? What are all your matches of the night? Any quick hitters?
I'm over it. Like that whole card just killed my entire. I'm gonna just go
The
after
whole
I get
week-
off
honestly,
the show.
the weekend does.
After I get off the show, I'm gonna walk to a corner and I'm gonna stand in it and just stare
Is it raining?
and question
I was
everything here.
I was
about
really
life.
wondering what you were going to do on that corner there for a second. Times are tough, but are they that tough?
If you watch the show start to finish, yes, they're that tough.
Got to make a little changes to pay for double or nothing.
Very true. Pretty soon you're going to have to make a little pennies to go to WrestleMania too.
I got 2 quick hitters outside of wrestling. Avengers Doomsday is being pushed back. And to me, in my opinion, that is the Grand Theft Auto 6 effect. The mouse blinked his eye towards Rockstar and they got scared.
Grand Theft Auto ain't coming out till 2028. So
It blinked its eye and got scared, and Disney was like, you know what, you can have 6
Grand
months.
Theft Auto is going to
So
be the
there you
first
go.
game for PlayStation 6.
I do have a quick hitter. I do have one quick hitter actually, outside of pro wrestling, but just want to give a farewell, a congratulations, a cheers, a thank you to Around the Horn.
That was my second one.
After 23
Yes.
years, the show ended Friday with their last broadcast. They had the original 4 back on with J.A. Adonde, Plashke, Bob Ryan, and Woody Page. So it was just like chef's kiss. Great show. I still think that show should be on the air. I don't know why they're canceling it.
Yeah.
It's timeless. It's still hit through all its iterations. You know, Tony Rowley, like he said, I was 23 or 24 years old when the show started.
Yeah.
Literally
24.
grew up on the show. Like,
Stat boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, kudos to, basically a show of my youth, my childhood, my early adulthood, my my grown dad years, just everything. But Around the Horn, tremendous job, tremendous show. Don't think there'll be another one like it. And farewell. Thanks for the entertainment.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the past 2 weeks when they had all the old people come on and everybody got a chance at FaceTime and said what they had to say. Very, very emotional.
And I've still been watching since 23 years, logging in every day.
Great hour of television between that and PTI.
Yeah. Very, very good. Okay. So thank you for tuning in to episode 240, What to Watch of the Dumb Podcast. Follow us on all of our social medias at Dumb Pod. Buy the merch, prowrestlingtees.com/dumbmarkspod, and Spotify. Give us a like, follow, subscribe, And YouTube, go to our YouTube page and see any of our archives on all of our shows.
I got a feeling this weekend is going to be on a lot of mushes for next week.
Whole weekend could turn out to be.
What to watch.
Thank God it's a
And our
3-day
quote
weekend,
this-
and I got plenty of whiskey to just drown the dreads that's going to be this week.
And our quote for this week: don't wish for it, go work for it. Until then, see you
Jason
next
ain't
week.
doing that.
Till then, see you next weekend. As always, Konnichiwa Kairi saying, and fuck the day square.